Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Clark tenor elongation. LAWAN. FEMI splits. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Whatever time we're reaching you today, want to say a big thank you for your huge and massive support. We really, truly, sincerely appreciate you, my people. Hey, House of Representatives and the Senate have split. There is tension going on as a result of we've been bringing you up to date with results of tenure elongation being wanted by clerks. They've done this without any approval to any bill or law. Anyway, they've taken this up the ladder to the House of Representatives, Femi GBAJABIAMILA, the Speaker of the House, and LAWAN, the Senate President. They have split over the issue and the tug of war has begun. Everybody is claiming right. Everybody is claiming the one who is on the right and who is on the wrong. The matter is getting fierce. Well, guys, let's sit back and get all the details. Clark tenor elongation. LAWAN, Femi GBAJABIAMILA splits. The tug of war in the National Assembly over the tenure elongation of the clerk, Mohammed San Omolere, and 150 other senior staff has pitched the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi GBAJABIAMILA, against the President of Senate, Ahmed Lawan. The crisis, which started over a year ago at the twilight of the 8th National Assembly, when the bill entitled Retirement Age and Conditions of Service was smuggled in by the last leadership. According to the document, the retirement age for civil servants in the National Assembly was moved from 35 to 40 years. The retirement age was upgraded from 60 to 65 years. It was learned that the amended rule was being implemented despite the fact that it was not passed by both the chamber of the 8th Assembly and signed into law by the President Muhammadu Buhari. According to the details of the controversial document, the clerk of the National Assembly, San Omolere, and about 150 workers are expected to remain in office for another 4 to 5 years, despite attaining to the legal age of retirement. Last week, LAWAN and Femi GBAJABIAMILA resolved to endorse the implementation of the committee report, which examined the controversial bill, retirement age of staff of the National Assembly service. In the submitted report, the committee yanked off the controversial 5 year tenure, elongation of the clerk, and over 150 other senior staff. However, the shaping formula is to be adapted by the distribution of the various positions in the event that Omolere retirement has come now, created a diffractional shape among the leadership. While the leadership of the House of Representatives has taken a uniform position, there is, however, a crack in the Senate. Sunday, Sani reliably gathered that some leaders in the Senate are opposed to plans to LAWAN to push the application of the loyalists of the new clerk. Our correspondent had last week reported that LAWAN and GBAJABIAMILA has resolved to appoint persons from their geopolitical zone of northeast and southwest, respectively. Accordingly, the correspondent permanent secretary in charge of the legal matters for National Assembly, Balam Yabari, has been tipped off as the next clerk of the National Assembly. He hailed from Yobe, LAWA's hometown. The chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission, Ahmed Amish, who was LAWA's chief of staff, has also hailed from Yobe. Similarly, Ojo Amos, who is the current permanent secretary, estate and work permit procurement, was among the two persons reportedly tipped off to be the deputy clerk of the National Assembly. He hailed from Osun, Southwest, where Femi Gbajubamila also hails from. On Wednesday, June 3rd, the Chief of Staff to Gbajubamila, San Gabriel Raji, with the approval of his principal, wrote a memo to the chairman of National Assembly Service Commission, Ahmed Amish, urging him to maintain the stature quotes and disregard plans to reverse the tenure elongation of the clerk. Few hours later, Gbajubamila media advisor Lanre Lasisi, in a statement, disclosed the memo and claimed that his principal did not endorse it. On Thursday, June the 4th, the clerks of the House of Representatives, Patrick Giwa, forwarded a letter with the same content to the chairman of the commission, Amish, claiming that the House cannot discharge what the last assembly did through a resolution. It therefore urges him to maintain the status quo. The new bones of contention Sunday Sani gathered, leading to the new gang up against LAWAN, is his plan to impose another person from his state, Yobe, as clerk, despite the fact that the current chairman of National Assembly Service Commission is from the same state. With the disagreement between the two leaders of the National Assembly, plans to abolish Omolore may not succeed as both leaders, Lawa and Gbajubamila, are not on the same page, and as such, the cracks are beginning to show. They used to be best of friends, but this has put a split on them. My people, you can see irregularities and evil proceeding in our nation because of I know you, my brother, my brother. If Nigeria will succeed as a nation, we need to desist and move away from my father's hometown and look for and aim at things that will bring Nigeria as one and closer and better. Because you see, Gbajubamila wants somebody from his hometown. Lawa wants somebody from his hometown. Is that what Nigeria is about? Is that what we should be fighting now about? Or how we can make progressive and tangible impact during our tenure, whatever time we have to serve the people of Nigeria? You can see that these people have no thought about the people they are leading. Yes, they are out there to promote their own agenda and to put their people in place. Whether they are qualified, whether they meet the requirements, they don't care. All they care about is their own interest. These are the leaders we have. These are people making legislation and putting and implementing laws. So how can they truly speak fairly and truly on behalf of Nigerians, especially when there is evil prevailing in the land? How can they truly speak freely and fairly to Nigerians to say, really, this is what is happening? This is what we need to do. How can they truly, freely communicate effectively and put about fairness in judgment with regards to things going on in the nation? You can see that they prefer, what is coming from their hometown. And that is why when there is evil, and when people are not doing the right thing, they cannot speak up. They cannot defend the nation. They cannot defend Nigerians. Why? They have another agenda. They want to promote their own. Nigerians, the time for this nepotism, all-round nepotism, crawling all around Nigeria, needs to stop. We need to rise up as a nation against evil and bad practices. Can you really blame Femi Gbajubamila and Lawa? When the president of the country, it is his duty it is his number one goal to bring about nepotism, putting his family members all around Nigeria leadership. How can you blame Femi Gbajubamila and his counterpart when that is the president's job? He does that at will. So both of them have split now. That man remain Kankpe is not going anywhere because the people that are supposed to decide or make decisive matters with regards to the country are not even together. They are not speaking up as they should. They are not defending the common man. That is Nigeria for you. My people, we are bringing you the matter of the two best friends once upon a time are now fighting because this one wants to put his brother, this one wants his brother there. That's the matter, or that's the issue reaching us at the moment. What do you think? Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Want to say a big thank you. God bless. Have a good day. Look after yourself. Bye for now.